Hi everyone. Today we're going to do a quick video on how to plant seeds. Now it's February here in Wichita and we're going to get an early start on some of the outdoor plants by planting them indoors. This video specifically I'm going to plant some peppers because peppers you have to start real early before they go outside. And I've constructed this grow box, which is, you could see it's a storage container. And what I've done is I've lined the inside with different things. So what I did is I used what I had. On one side there is the, it's sort of a bubble pack that comes to keep food warm, if you will, when it's delivered sometimes. Also, I have a piece of tin foil on that side, and then on the other side, I literally have, it's called a, like an emergency blanket that I've used on one side, but all you need to do is you want to reflect the light in the box. Now I have the top of the box I've modified, and what I did was I kind of melted a hole in the top of the box, and what's going on is I have a little grow light there, and you'll notice that on this side, what we did was we just got a lamp at a secondhand store, and we kind of dismantled it, if you will. We had to cut one end, and then we had to put it back together again, which I don't have a video for that, but I'm sure there's one out there. It was just very easy. You just snip it and then strip the plastic off and then put the wires back appropriately so you're not going to blow up. That's always important. So I've made this box kind of on the fly, if you will. And those tinfoil containers on the bottom are there to keep the mess down, because what you really want to do is water from the bottom once you plant these, because you don't want a lot of moisture on the top because it can start to grow mold, and it's just not a good situation. So I water my seedlings from the bottom and try to keep the tops a little bit dry after they sprout. Now what's going to happen after I put the seeds into this cup is I'm going to make sure that I label it, because you are not going to remember. You're just not going to remember. Make sure you label each cup with the date that you planted and the thing that you're planting. Now, today I'm going to plant some of the hottest peppers on earth. I'm going to put in something called yellow reaper peppers. I won't be eating them, but someone will. I'll either give them away or sell the seedlings. Now, I got some grow mix, container mix from the local Family Dollar store. You don't have to be fancy. And I make sure that I pre-moistened it before I put it in the cup. Now, I just want you to notice if you can hear that. So it's moist, but it's not sopping wet. It's not sopping wet. We don't want it sopping wet. And after I put the seeds in here, I just literally, now you have to use gloves when planting these peppers, because even the seeds themselves will burn you, so be careful. Okay, so we're just going to spread them around very easily like that. And I'm going to use a lot of seeds because you never know what's going to come up, and I have enough seeds that I can just do that. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of dirt, just a little bit, and I'm going to put it on top. I'm going to press it down, make sure it's covered. And then what I don't have, because I'm holding the camera literally with one hand, is what's going to go on top of these is you gotta keep them sealed. So I'm going to put either baggies or another kind of vegetable bag or something. I'm going to put on top there and then tape it on top of there, because you got to retain the moisture until the seeds pop. Now, it takes a long time for peppers to come out, and it takes a longer time for hot peppers to come up. So I'm going to basically put them in there, put the light in there, and because I've used a combination of this bubbly material, because I want to have the seedlings in a warm environment, it's actually going to be kept right near a heating vent that comes up from the ground. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we check them after about a week to see if they've sprouted. And if they haven't, after the week, we're going to check them every single day after that. It could take up to 2 weeks for these hot peppers to come up. I'm not sure why, but they do take a little longer, the hot peppers. But the key to sprouting seedlings is to always check, because once they're up, you want to get that lid off that you've used to keep the cup or the container moist, so that you can now get some airflow in there. And once they're all up, you're going to want to not have the lid on that tight. You're going to actually have the lid like askew on your planting box, so that maybe it's got an opening at least an inch, so there can be some airflow inside there. And then when you put them to bed at night, which you'll keep the light on from, say, 9 in the morning to like 6 at night, you can when you put them to bed, you can put the cover back on when they're not having any light, to just, that'll be fine. But they do need a little airflow. Now, once they pop, if you can get them outside on a nice day for as long as you can, that's a great thing. But if the temperature's really cold, you got to bring them in real quick. But you want to get them into the sunlight as soon as possible after they've popped, because you want to get them used to the sunlight, because the grow light, even though it's going to really help us sprout them, the sun is so much stronger, and you're going to have to wean the seedling off of the little baby light into the strong sun. So you might want to start, maybe you put them out there for 20 minutes. Then the next time, maybe you put them out there for 45 minutes. And then the next time, maybe you do it for an hour. But the thing is when you want to sprout your seeds indoors, it just takes a little vigilance. It takes a little bit of effort. But the bang for your buck is amazing, because, this one bag that's going to have me sprout, I'm going to fill that whole thing with different things I'm going to sprout, was like $5. And these cups were $1. And you don't even have to use these cups. You could use old containers that you have, yogurt containers, almost anything you can reuse. And as long as your soil is moist and you have them covered, they will sprout. So it's real easy to start planting. And I'd say it's time to start planting today, because growing vegetables can be fun. It's great for the kids. It's a good activity. It's a great thing for them to learn. It's really a good life skill. And you can grow anywhere. These can go into containers. They can be grown anywhere. You're just going to need more soil and containers later on. But they make great gifts if you want to do this and sprout some stuff for later on. Maybe Mother's Day, you want to sprout some flowers. Anything you want to do with this method, you can sprout anything in this little on-the-fly grow box. And that's just a quick little video, because I'm a little limited with my one hand. But get growing your garden today. And I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.